Hi, my name is Yong Yuen, and I, as the leader of the group Ghost Zone, would like to present to you a minor detail about our project and project management.
Electricity. Electricity has become one of the most important blessings that scientists have ever invented to mankind. It has also become a part of our modern life. Electricity provides a lot of energy to electrical appliances such as lights, aircons, television, and such. All these provide comfort to people. So what our project about? Based on our research and observation, Taylor's universities use up 500,000, which means 500,000 every month just to pay up for their electricity bill, and 20% of it are from lightning lamps. Let's assume that 10% of the electricity from the 20% was wasted, which means Taylors have to pay 10k every month just for electricity waste. Therefore, we go investigate the root cause. We do find out that light was on when nobody using. Students forget to switch off the light when they are not in the classroom. We do notice that some of the Taylor's building have their lights on 24 hours. As for our objective is to create a system or come up with a design that reduce electricity consumed by lights and lamp by 10% in Taylor's uni using sensor with able to detect motion of surrounding people and differentiate lights within 14 weeks. Our project to follow the SMART technique. SMART technique stands for S, specific, M, measurable, achievable, R, realistic, T, timely. Our project can be separated into few bodies. All these few bodies we call as deliverables. So, what is our deliverables? The first one will be detect beam sensor, detect intensity of brightness, assembly of materials, and cover design. We do aware that every project have their project management, same goes as our project. However, it is unavoidable that every project will eventually project management process, and there is 5 stages involved. The first one will be initiating, second planning, third executing, fourth control and monitoring, fifth closing. Now let's start with initiating. How do we start with initiating? First, we determine who is our stakeholders. Stakeholders can be separated into internal stakeholders, external stakeholders. And our major internal stakeholders will be Taylor's University, Dr. Edwin, our supervisor, Mr. Jeffrey, module coordinator. As for external stakeholders will be investors. Our project to focus on priorities, and there are 4 focus we are focusing on. First one will be scope, second will be budget, third will be quality, fourth will be schedule. And all these focus, if we do not prioritize it, there will be a consequences. Let's talk about scope. Our scope is to control lights dependent population number as well as surrounding brightness. If we fail to fulfill this, we will lose our stakeholder trust and our project might consider as a failure. Second will be budget. We have to ensure that the value of our project was always remain in business value, which means not over budget. Fail to do so, the project will lose its BV value and people will say this project as a failure. Third, quality. A good quality project will able to avoid implementation costs in short-coming periods. Fail to do so, you will spend more money on repairing the product, or stakeholders might lose their money more than they're able to recoup their money. Last will be schedule. The project are given 14-week duration and we have to finish it before the engineering fair. Fail to do so, we will lose our artifact during the engineering fair. Even a successful project have a risk. Our project risk will be have to deal with short circuit and our sensor might overload or overburn. How do we come with our planning? When it comes to planning, we have to do task distribution, budget management, and our timeline. How do we distribute our tasks? We using WBS, as our guideline to distribute the task. It can be separated into few deliverables and few different tasks. As for timeline, we do have a Gantt chart to keep track of all our project. And for budget management, we have to calculate that our product always stay within the BV value. So how do we manage our risk? The way we manage our risk, we do identify the risk, we analyze the risk, and we do planning and managing on the risk itself. Now, let's go to executing phase. Team members have to make sure that they always have a same clear goal, under same pace, so all of us can achieve a unified direction. As how we keep track of our progress, we do have meeting once a week to make sure that everybody was contributing on the task. Meeting content were recorded in meeting minutes. So how do we communicate among our team members? We do use WhatsApp, Facebook, Google Docs, and Skype, all these social media apps as a medium. So we do aware that every team surely will happen conflict, and we have to make sure that all the arguments were done professionally. And luckily, all our team members are willing to listen. As for control and monitoring phase, we do make sure that everything was followed according to the plan and based on initial ideas. Changes are unavoidable, but we do make sure that changes always keep to minimum. And how do we keep track of our progress? As I mentioned just now, we use Gantt chart. As for budget controlling, we always make sure that our budget was within the range and not exceed the budget. And we do have meeting minutes to keep our progress on right track. So the purpose of meeting minutes now is to focus on our right track and allow supervisor to keep track of our progress. As for closing, our group is still currently under controlling and monitoring stage. That's why our group still have not proceeded to closing.
So, come to my contribution for my team. I'm, as a team leader, have to always keep track of our team progress so our team won't be off track. I do always motivate my team members so that none of them are being left out, and they are always contributing on the project. Besides that, research was made to come up with a concept for our project, which also creating a problem statement. Experiment was made to prove the concept for our team. Example, I do discover that UV value is directly proportional to the sunlight brightness. So as the sunlight is brighter, the UV value will be higher. So by doing this, we're able to prove the concept of trying to differentiate sunlight. And I also the one who calculate the BV estimation for our team as well. Due to lack of knowledge, I cannot help much with programming a sensor. That's why I nominate myself to become the assistant of the teammates who are doing the electric circuit. As our project biggest achievement will be all of our team members are mostly from mechanical engineers and chemical engineers, and none of us are electronic based. In teamwork wise, we do try our best to score as much as possible for this module and design module as well. Of course, our team do encounter hardship and conflict, but the most surprisingly thing is we do comment on performance of each member. So each member do have their self-aware of what is going on in the group. So as a team leader, I was happy about this.